Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. I'm in video mode. I got my tie on, my shirt on. I shaved today, so I'm trying to hurry up and knock all these videos out. So moving into the next video. Today we're going to talk about. Let me just click share screen. Here we go. So here's the essay. Why or was Isa alayhi salam only sent to the 12 tribes of Israel? Why do Ahmadis argue like this? You'll see him all over social media. He was sent to the 12 tribes. There were only a few. He had to go. So he was sent. And that was his only mission. And that's why they came up with the Jesus in India theory, right? It's a long story how they came up with it. It wasn't initial. In 1891, when Mirza Ghulam Ahmad said that Isa was dead, this theory didn't exist. In 1891, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad said that he died. He was like 30 years old. Isa died and he was buried in Galilee or some other place. He was like, I don't know. He never said India. He never said he traveled, never said any of that. Nevertheless, this comes from Masih Hindustan Mein, Jesus in India, which was published after Mirza Ghulam Ahmad died and as an incomplete book. They should have just thrown it out the window and thrown that whole theory out the window. Nevertheless, they assert that since Jesus was sent to the 12 tribes, he had to go look for the other 10. However, this is how it works in Islam. In Islam, we follow the Quran and the Hadith, and then the tafsir, right? We don't go to the Bible for information. The only time we go to the Bible is if the Quran approved it, if the Quran says, yeah, this is true or that's true. And then we still stick to the Quran and the Hadith. We still don't quote the Bible or the Torah. Case in point, the Quran tells us that Idris alayhi salam was Rafa. Well, that's referring to the biblical story where an Enoch alayhi salam physically was lifted into the sky, into heaven. That's a biblical story. Another one, the Bible tells us how Isa alayhi salam was born miraculously without a father, right? Well, the Quran says the same. Now, the Qadiani side of the house claims that Isa's mother was a hermaphrodite, which is na'uzubillah, terrible to say, strange to say. They'll say anything. They don't care. And the Lahori Ahmadis believed even worse, that he had a biological father, right? So the Islamic belief is different. The Islamic belief is Allah has the power to do anything he wants. He has all the ingredients in him, right? In a strange way that we can't even understand. You know, if you told people 100 years ago about cell phones, they wouldn't understand, right? Pretty soon we're going to be traveling in beams of light. As soon as we figure it out. If you ever watch Star Trek, you know, beam me up, Scotty, etc. Nevertheless, the Bible also told us that Isa alayhi salam could blow into a bird and create a bird. He could heal the lepers. He could bring the dead back to life. And then the Quran tells us the same. That's why we believe it. Not because we're not going to the Bible. We still go to the Quran. And furthermore, this was one of the first things Mirza Ghulam Ahmad denied about Isa. He denied the miracles of Isa in 1884. See 349 of the Quran, where those miracles are listed. Mirza Ghulam Ahmad denied these in Brahimi Ahmadiyya Volume 4. So immediately, the Ahli Hadith, aka the Wahhabis of North India, declared Mirza Ghulam Ahmad a kafir. Immediately, no hesitation. Sayyid Muhammad Hassan Batalavi, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad's friend, took up for Mirza Ghulam Ahmad and said, no, he doesn't mean what we think he means. But eventually, it was figured out that he did. So thus, we reject, as Muslims, we reject the idea that Isa was only sent to the 12 tribes of Israel. No, his mission was much bigger. And remember, the Quran says that Isa will speak. He spoke in the cradle, and he will speak in middle age. So remember, he was about 33 when he left Earth, when he had his wafa. He hasn't died yet. Chapter 4, verse 159. He will speak in middle age. That's when he physically returns. And I can add that to my essay. I can add the verse, which I think I'm going to be talking about it in the next video. So no worries. In that verse, it said that he will be taught the book and the wisdom, the kitab and the hikmah. And I'm going to show you anyways. So And this is chapter 3, verse 48. The verse says that Isa will be taught the Kitab and the Hikmah and the Torah and the Injil. So in this context, Kitab, like all other words, can mean many different things. It can mean just the revelations any prophet is getting. However, in this sentence, it is written separately from the Torah and the Injil. And Allah is going to teach him directly. Allah will teach him the Kitab and the Hikmah, the same way Allah taught Adam alayhi salam. Furthermore, there's that famous hadith from Abu Huraira about chapter 4, verse 159, that confirms that Isa hasn't died yet. Thus, this is the Islamic belief. Nevertheless, I posted the reference in Matthew where it's stated that that Jesus was only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. I posted the reference anyways. It's from Matthew. That is the end of the story. Ladies and gentlemen, another quick video by Ahmadi, a fact check blog, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.